Welcome back, everyone. My name is Kate. Join me today as I do some cleaning and decluttering in my kitchen area in preparation for ending the year tidy and organised. I will be clearing things away, doing some deep cleaning, and just generally getting this area looking and feeling like a more calm and peaceful space. My microwave and upper cupboards were disgusting, so I will tackle those amongst other things. I hope this video inspires you to get stuck into your own kitchen for some pre-Christmas cleaning and organising. So let's get into it. I actually started off the day with a trip up to the second-hand store. It's a beautiful summer day here in New Zealand today. We have had temperatures in the high 20s this past couple of weeks, which is very unusual for this time of the year here. But I've had a few boxes and bags of items I have decluttered recently, just waiting to be taken up to the second-hand store. So it felt good to get this out of the house. My motto is always to try to get it passed on as soon as you can. Otherwise, it's just way too easy to renege on all of your hard work and decluttering decisions. Once I got back from the second-hand store, my goal today was to completely clear my kitchen surfaces, do some reorganising and deeper cleaning. If you have watched my first video, I'll link it at the top here and also at the end of this video, you will have seen the terrible state that my kitchen was in over the Christmas and New Year period. Yes, it was a busy time of the year for all of us, hey? And we were in and out of the house a lot. Stuff was just dumped on the surfaces and out we went again, to the next person's house to celebrate. But it was a real clarity moment for me that something needed to change because this wasn't healthy for me or my family to be living in this state of chaos and disarray all of the time. When you work full time and are trying to steer a functional and organised ship at home, then there needs to be consistent habits put into place, and we need to get clutter out of our homes. So first of all, I'm going to start with putting items into their designated places, tidy away the dishes on the dish rack, put cleaning sprays under the sink, take the recycling out, load the dishwasher again, give the sink area a really good scrub, and clean over the whole countertop. I always find that if I have a clear surrounding and environment to begin with, then my headspace feels so much more able to tackle other projects in the same area. And the more that we declutter and pare down the items that we have in that space, then the quicker and easier it should be to tidy, clean, and pull it all back together again. This next space of my open plan kitchen dining area is a continual eyesore for me. My kitchen is very modest and on the smaller side. It's a very normal looking kitchen for New Zealand, I guess. But this has brought about a few issues in terms of storage and function. Firstly, I don't have enough drawers to have a junk drawer as such, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but all of those little knick-knacky household sort of type items still do need a permanent home. So I have these great containers with divided spaces in them. You can find them in any, sort of good DIY or, home type shop that sell, good plastic storage containers. But they still are an item that requires a home, and in this case, they are causing clutter on this surface in my dining area. I also had been using this area as a hot drink station, but all of these storage containers on here constantly make it just look messy and cluttered. I'm going to move the tea box and coffee sachets into my cupboard with the mugs and other hot drink items, give this all a slight rearrange, and wipe down the very dusty and dirty surfaces on this unit. My next job was my microwave. Oh my gosh, I'm actually embarrassed to even show this on here. I was going to edit this part out, but it's just real life stuff. my home is not perfect and it's never going to be. And hopefully this helps someone to realise that not everyone has a clean microwave. Anyway, our microwave doesn't get used very often, despite what it looks like inside, and I just forget that it's even there when we're not using it. The kids pop bags of popcorn in here and we reheat baked beans, but those would be the most common things we use the microwave for. It didn't actually take much of an effort at all to clean this up. Firstly, I put a mug of half and half water and vinegar in there on high for 5 minutes or so. I would usually add some lemon juice as well for its deodorizing properties, but I didn't have a lemon to use this time. It still worked well though to get some steam action in the microwave and loosen up any dried on food. Then it was a good wipe out with some cleaning spray and it was back to how it should be looking. This really only took me 10 minutes in total, including the steaming time. Onto my fridge now. This was kind of the reason why I did this video this week, because as we know, Christmas is just around the corner, and I knew that my fridge really needed a good clear and clean out. Hopefully you might feel inspired to do your own fridge in the next week or so, and it will be a nice feeling to know that you have created space for the festive food that you will need to store. It is the perfect time to get rid of expired and old food, take an inventory of what you do have and what needs to be used up, and give the fridge surfaces a good wipe down. This fridge is actually one of 2 fridge freezers I own. When I moved into this house, my other fridge wasn't going to fit into this space, so I got this one from Facebook Marketplace. Gosh, you can get some wonderful deals and items from Facebook Marketplace, can't you? So I'm just going to take all of these fridge items out, pop them onto my bench, and just see what the state of the fridge is like once all of this is removed. This didn't actually look too bad once I had everything cleared out, which was a nice surprise. There were a couple of festering items that needed thrown away, and some containers of cooked leftovers that had gone into the abyss that is otherwise known as the back of the fridge. But otherwise, this clear out wasn't too horrifying like my microwave was. I would usually take out all of the shelves and wash them thoroughly in the bath, but they didn't really need at this time. So it was a quick spray and wipe out, which was sufficient this time. Now I can put everything back in some kind of order. I'm going to put the vegetables into this large drawer-like container just to keep them organised in one place. I have used this in my fridge before, but for some reason it was taken out at some point, probably to clean it actually, and never got put back in again. Anyway, it's a useful container for my sized fridge. I also love the Lazy Susan type storage. They are great for bottles of condiments and sauces, etc. And I have 2 of them. One of them is more of a flat Lazy Susan, and one has higher sides to it. They just make it easier to store these smaller items and find them in your fridge as well. So here is my clean and tidy fridge. It doesn't look much less full than what it was before, but at least I know it's clean and sorted now. Next, I moved on to a cleaning task I easily could have avoided because it's so hidden and unseen, but I knew it needed to be done. Have you looked at the top of your cupboards recently? Well, mine are disgusting, and seeing and feeling how greasy it was up here, I'm not sure that they have ever been cleaned, even before I moved into this house. It took cleaning spray, dish liquid, barkeeper's friend, and a lot of elbow grease to scrub this away. There were cobwebs and all kinds of grime from the air and the range hood that had settled on the top here. but it was actually quite a satisfying job to complete. The top of the fridge got a good wipe as well. To keep this area clean from now on, I am laying down some newspaper across the top of my cupboards in hope that it won't get so bad again. You could probably lay cling film or baking paper along here for a similar protective effect. All of my cupboard doors needed a good wipe down, so I just went over each of these quickly. It only took a few minutes to do these and they look so much better. Then I took down all of this medicine clutter, animal and human medicine. I do need to come up with a better solution for these, and now that my kids are not young children anymore, they could actually be stored in a different place and don't need to be up high anymore. And lastly, after what has felt like a marathon of cleaning, I vacuumed and spray mopped the floors. This was just a quick spruce up. I could have spent much more time scrubbing into the corners and baseboards, but that will have to wait for another day. This is where those small, consistent habits are so helpful and important, because when you are doing individual chores on a regular basis, then you get this accumulation of positive outcomes, including a home that is easier to manage. And that is always the goal, hey? A home that you enjoy stepping into and a home that you are happy to open your door to visitors. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know in the comments if this has encouraged you in any way or if you find this kind of content helpful. I would love to hear from you. And please like and subscribe. It will really help to support my channel. Have a great week, everyone. See you next time. Bye.